a rabbi was asked to speak on the subject of how God runs the world. And so he's preparing for the speech. It's a big speech. A lot of people are coming to hear how God runs the world. And he flies from New York to California. And he gets off the plane and he gets picked up by this fancy Uber. And as he's in the Uber and he's going through his notes because he has to speak very soon, he sees something very interesting. That the Uber driver has 2 steering wheels in the front. He's driving on one wheel, it's moving back and forth, and there's another wheel just on the other side doing nothing. He's doing his notes and thinking over what to say, and he can't get his eyes off that second steering wheel. And he says, "Excuse me, sir, Mr. Driver, do you mind perhaps explaining to me why you have a second steering wheel in your car?" He says, "Sure, I'm happy to answer that question. Everybody asks the same question. Don't feel embarrassed. You should know that, unfortunately, I have a child who's a special needs child. And every day I take him to school. And while he's in the car, he just jumps onto my seat and he grabs my steering wheel and he starts driving. And it's very dangerous. I almost got into an accident the other day. So I spoke to my therapist and asked him what to do. He says, he has a brilliant idea. Take a second steering wheel and put it into the car. And you'll use your wheel and he'll have his wheel and you both drive together. And he'll think he's steering the car." Wow, an amazing idea. That's what I did. I put the steering wheel in the car, and every time I go to school with my son, I put him in that seat, and he's driving. He's so happy, he doesn't bother me. The rabbi says, "Aha, now I got my speech. You see, I have to speak on how God is running the world." It's very simple. You see, God is sitting behind the steering wheel, and he's driving. And all of us, we are special needs. And we think that we are running the wheel. And we think we're running the world. So we grab on to that steering wheel and we start moving this way and that way. But you know what happens? We mess things up. God says, "Do me a favor, don't mix into my business. Here, I'll make for you another steering wheel. And you'll think you're driving. But really, I'm the one in control." And this is what happens every year, Rosh Hashanah. God blesses us with a new year. And he plans for us what's going to happen. He has all these blessings in store for us. But we think sometimes we're smarter. It has to go this way, and it has to go that way. So we want to grab onto the wheel. God says, "Do me a favor, mish nisharang. Don't mix into my business. Here's your wheel. You play on the other side of the car. Let me run the world my way." And by doing so, we will truly be blessed with a Shana Tova U'Mesukkah.